You know what time it is?
Oh, baby.
Fantasy time, baby. Let's go. Let's get right into it.
Fahey, who you starting? Nice. All right. Thanks. Actually, do you want to go first? Do you want me?
I'll go first on this one. And I mean, we talked about him earlier in the show. Got to go Baker. I don't think there's any way around it. He's only owned in 28% of the leagues. He's been playing lights out. Even last night, he had 2 passing touchdowns, a rushing touchdown. He did have a pick, but he ended up putting like 30-plus up. He's playing the Giants this week. I know we've been not hyping up the Giants, but giving them a little love.
Giants shit the bed.
Exactly. So, Baker, another monster game. He's out there. And it's playoff time for fantasy. Go get him.
Oh, I like that. Jalen Hurts versus Arizona. I'm on board. After watching that game with no mistakes, he's going to bring, I think, a watered-down Lamar Jackson type of vibe to the Phillies offense. And I mean that like he's just going to get... He doesn't, like, watching him the other day, didn't get sacked, really good at getting out of the pocket, took yards when it was given, threw the ball away when he needed to. Like, he's just going to make mistake-free football. Even if he puts up 22 points, 23 points, 200 yards passing, a touchdown either rushing or whatever. Like, he's not going to lose you your week.
I see him as a better Tim Tebow.
I don't hate it. He's not as big, though.
No, but that's what I'm getting at.
Runs kind of hard. Yeah. He's going to give me, like, Taysom Hill vibes, too. Like,
yeah, there we go. That's the one, but a better passer.
The way he's been, yeah. Honestly, a much better passer, but...
Yeah. Running backs, I'm going with the Rams running back here, Cam Akers. He's playing the Jets. He's only owned in 66.1% of the leagues. That's really all I have to say. He's playing the Jets.
Yeah, I got Cam Akers as well.
That's
playing the Jets. He's a rookie out of, I forget where he's out of, but he hadn't really taken the role. We thought at the beginning of the season he was going to take that role from Darrell Henderson, and I forget the other one. They held on to it for a lot longer than I thought they would. However, the last 3 weeks, it's been the Cam Akers show, and I think that trend continues. He's, like you said, only owned in 66.1% of leagues, so if he's out there, he might actually be the guy to, push a lot of fantasy teams over the hump. So he might be a really good pickup this week.
These are the moves you need to make to win the playoffs.
Of course. Yeah, we're just letting you know. You don't have to take our advice, but you should.
Wide receiver. This one, it's a little out there. Antonio Brown. He hasn't really had any monster games yet, but they're playing Atlanta. Terrible secondary, so I see him getting a lot of targets. I just see overall the Bucs offense having a big game, and I think Antonio is going to be a part of that.
Atlanta's been playing better football as well recently since they fired, I forget his name, Dan Quinn.
Yeah, I still think that defense, even though it's been playing better, I don't think it's as good as people are living it up to be.
No, but I think that offense keeps pace with the Bucs, at least for a little bit of the game. So It's going to be a high-scoring game.
Statistically, though, what am I looking at? Oh, my bad. I was reading another stat. But yeah, I just think Antonio Brown goes off. I think he has a big game.
You know what I like actually about Antonio Brown? So far is I haven't heard anything.
He's kept his mouth shut.
Yeah.
He's been playing like a professional, just playing and going home. That's what he should have been doing ever since the start.
Long time ago.
Yep.
Imagine if he was still in the Raiders. Little
wow.
Sidetrack, but yeah. Wide receiver, I'm taking Christian Kirk versus Philly. He's been having a down week, or down, I want to say the last 4 weeks. He hasn't really been doing too much. He could have saved his week last week with a touchdown on his first grab, but I forget. I don't know if he dropped it or whatnot, but I know he didn't get in. I actually think Philly's the team that kind of turns everything around for Arizona because they went through a bit of a down streak, which is fair. They're a new team. Well, not a new team. They're like a new. They're new to this winning. They've been a bad team for quite some time, and so I really think that Philly and Arizona get into a shootout this week. I think it's a lot of offense and not a lot of defense.
Oklahoma quarterbacks, baby.
Honestly, I think a lot of people have a lot of stuff to prove this week, and I think Christian Kirk is going to benefit. Like you said, Philly really doesn't have that good of a secondary. A lot of wide receivers put up big numbers against him, and he's only owned in 59.7% of leagues. So I think this is the week, and he's shown too. He had a stretch of 4 or 5 games. He was getting touchdown, 20 points. So he's been down, but I think this is the week he bounces up. Listen, buy low, sell high. So
tight ends, I know we got the same one on this, so I'll say who it is. I'll let you go in the description. Logan Thomas for Washington football team there.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I've been preaching to the choir with Logan Thomas. I think people are just starting to get the memo. He's owned in 59.2% of leagues, but I think that should still be higher. He's been like a top 5, top 6 tight end all season long. Got good chemistry with Alex Smith. They're playing Seattle, which is they've started to figure it out a little bit on defense, but they're still by no means a top defense in this league. They're bottom 20 for sure. So yeah, I like Logan Thomas. I don't know how many more times I can say start him.
Defense. 49ers defense. They're going up against the Cowboys. They just don't have it figured out. They played well this week, but they beat up on Cincinnati. Their defense is terrible. 49ers, I know they've been plagued with injuries overall. Nick Bosa being hurt sucks. That's a big hit, but that's been all year. Yeah, I see them having a good game against Andy Dalton there. I just see them out playing.
Red Rocket is not going to beat...
no.
He's not going to beat the 49ers.
Just so good pickup for playoffs. That's what I'm saying.
I don't hate it. I'm going Packers defense against Carolina. They're very fringy. Carolina's another team that kind of reminds me a lot of Las Vegas. It's like one week they'll be really, really good, and then the next week it's like, the hell is this even football that I'm watching? So I don't know what we're going to get. Carolina doesn't strike me as a playoff team.
No.
I don't know if they're mathematically eliminated, but I don't think I think they're in the same boat as the Pats, just very just kind of there. And yeah, I think the Packers have been playing mistake-free football, so that's really the big thing.
Yeah. So those are the guys we love. Who we hating this week? Quarterback.
Russell Wilson against Washington. Washington, I said start their defense last week. They got 23 points. They're the 4th best defense in fantasy right now. And that pass rush is going to feast. Chase Young was phenomenal last week. I actually think Washington has a chance to win the division, which is kind of nuts. Washington football team is about to make the playoffs.
If there's a darkest of horses,
leads...
I would love for the Washington football team to win it, just so they have to put on the Lombardi. Washington football team Super Bowl champs.
That I can taste the bitterness.
Also, it would be awesome to watch Alex Smith win it.
That would be sick. If Alex Smith just came out of left field and just went on absolute tear through the playoffs,
I would love it.
I would get an Alex Smith jersey the moment he won. Either way. I'm sitting Russell Wilson just because, again, he's been playing He just beat up on the Jets last week, so I don't think that means anything. Everybody, any good team, he did exactly what he was supposed to last week. And Washington's defense is the real deal. I wouldn't start Washington's defense this week. However, if they are available, I would look into picking them up for the playoffs. Like I said, they're currently sitting at number 4 in points for fantasy football. So they're the real deal by all means.
I would sit Tua.
I don't hate it.
The only reason is because he's playing against Bill. I think Bill outsmarts rookie quarterbacks, confuses them a lot. Even though with Tua's background with Bama and having Nick Saban, I still think Bill is going to outsmart him, outcoach him. I still think Miami wins, but I really do think the defense gets in his head. Yeah,
New England's defense has been looking really good too, and Tua's chemistry has been a little off.
They look good against rookie quarterbacks.
Yeah. Well, look what we did to Justin Herbert.
Exactly. So. That's exactly what I'm getting at. Running backs.
What do you got, Faye?
Me too.
I like that take. It's an interesting take. I'm going Todd Gurley against the Bucks. So
clean sweep here.
Really?
Clean sweep.
All right. The thing with it, we need a bell or something. Whenever we get either that or a hot take, something. Anyways, I'm going Todd Gurley just because the last 3 games, ever since Dan Quinn was fired, they've stopped running the ball. He went from 15 attempts a game to I think single digits, 7, 8, 8. Not a lot of points, not a lot of he's not getting a lot of receptions out of the backfield. And I really think that whole offense is just trying to change and really be a more passing off. So they're trying to find their identity. They got a lot going on. Todd Gurley hasn't been getting the attempts. And yeah, I actually, although can't trade him. Never mind. I was going to say if you could trade him.
Too late for that.
A little late, but Yeah, I like the clean sweep. Anything to add?
Clean sweep. I agree with everything you said. I would also just go with they're going up against the Bucs. I think it's going to be a pass-heavy game in general.
Yeah.
So I don't think I think they're going to be trying to keep up with the Bucs and what Tommy Boy is doing over there.
Yeah, of course.
So, yeah.
They're going to, yeah.
Wide receiver, I'm sitting Adam Thielen. He's going up against Chicago. Adam didn't have a great game last week. He was in the single digits. Chicago's defense is the real deal. I know they've been kind of on a downslope, but they're ranked number 3 against wide receivers.
Yeah.
And with Justin Jefferson there, being the number 2, I don't know. I just think Adam Thielen is going to have. He's going to struggle again. I really think he's going to struggle.
I like that take
because their pass rush is going to really get to Kirk Cousins too.
Yeah,
I see them struggling a lot. I see them going to Dalvin Cook.
That's the thing. The Bears actually are very Kyle Fuller's a great cornerback. Like they have the Bears defense is, I know they've been losing, but that's more the QB and the offense's fault. Like the Bears defense is keeping them competitive.
Trubisky went off last week.
Yeah, but everybody, like I said, any given Sunday,
Yeah.
like Trubisky, I'm not giving him.
Fun fact: Trubisky has a better winning percentage than Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, Trubisky has a winning record. We've talked about this in the earlier in the year.
So crazy.
It's nuts to me. Wide receiver, I'm sitting Jamison Crowder against the Rams. I mean, Jalen Ramsey, Sam Darnold, Aaron Donald. I don't really need to say much. It's the Jets. It's the Jets and it's the Rams defense. Like they've been going off. Good luck trying to block Aaron Donald. And yeah, he is going to be blanketed all night by. He's their only weapon, so he's going to be blanketed all night by Jalen Ramsey. Yeah, so I'm sitting Jamison Crowder. Even though every time he's played, he's been on-off injured all year, but every time he's played, he put up at least 15. Like he's been really good when he's on the field.
He gets the volume.
Yeah, but not this week. I really don't see it.
Tight ends. So I got kind of a wide spread because I don't know if he's playing. Miami's tight ends. I think Gesicki's hurt. I don't think he's going to be able to play this week. But if he's not, I just want to kind of keep it in theme.
Gesicki had a good week, too.
He did. But my thing, he got hurt. But my thing is usually, if someone goes down, I usually will say, start this tight end. But, I mean, the Patriots defense plays really well against tight ends. So
really well against rookie quarterbacks.
And rookie quarterbacks, I just don't see Miami's tight ends performing no matter who it is.
Yeah. Well, especially if Gesicki's out. I mean,
that's why it's
Gesicki looks like a young Travis Kelce, skill-wise.
I like him.
I like him a lot. Especially if him and Tua can get some chemistry going over the next couple of years, they're going to be. Watch out for them. Tight end Zach Ertz, not fully on board. Going up against Arizona. There's no chemistry between him and Jalen Hurts, and like I said, I think Jalen Hurts is going to bring a Lamar-esque type of Taysom Hill-esque type of QB style to the Phillies. And yeah, Lamar doesn't throw the ball. He had 8 completed passes last game and put up. So there's going to be a lot of running, especially because they've been very efficient with Miles Sanders. And now you have play action. You have all this other stuff that you can do because Jalen Hurts is not an idiot.
Yeah.
Not going to turn the ball over. So I'm not on board with Zach Ertz yet. He might get a fringe touchdown, but I don't think he gets a lot of volume.
Yeah. So defenses, I'm sitting the Washington football team. I know they've been playing well, and I know you're saying sit Russell Wilson, but let's not forget DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett and Russell Wilson. They're the real deal. I do think they're going to give Russell a little bit of run for his money, but not enough. I think Russell they also need to start winning games. They're in a tough division.
Yeah.
So if they want those home games, they got to win these must-win games. And they should win this game, quite frankly. So Russell,
I think Seattle's still going to win. I'm just sitting Russell Wilson because I think that pass rush is going to be annoying all night long. I agree,
but I think DK Metcalf's going to do enough where you're going to want to sit Washington.
Fair enough. Tampa Bay versus the Falcons. I brushed up on it earlier. I think it's going to be a shootout. That team has been looking actually pretty, all right since they fired Dan Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
Well, interesting statistic. They actually have more offensive points than the Browns and less defensive points, giving up less points on defense than the Browns as well. And their records are basically flip-flopped. So, Falcons aren't by any means the worst team in the league. And they can shoot out with the best of them. So I got a feeling that's kind of where that game is going. So I'm not taking Tampa Bay's defense.
Yeah. And kickers, highest projected.
Figure it out.
That's all we got. As I say, that's all we have for the show today. Once again, we're on YouTube, so please subscribe, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. We're on all that. And also for just the podcast, we're on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Anchor, virtually any podcasting platform.
You name it, we're on it.
Yeah, but please share, comment, like, and subscribe.